congratulations for a very interesting win. Let's talk about your game. Am I right when I say that d5 is already a new move?
I don't know. I think, well, he played b6 in the opening instantly, which I have believed for 10 years to be a mistake. And I think everyone
this is interesting.
Thinks this is a mistake.
e4 was meant as a punishment for b6.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought at first he might have some idea, but maybe he just made a finger failure or whatever.
Okay, this can happen.
Okay, but anyway, here I have a lot of interesting possibilities. For example, I can go a3.
Here.
Yeah.
I think this has been played before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
probably.
Yeah, but probably takes in c3 and bc3. And it seems to me that white has a very promising version of this same-ish.
Yeah, this looks convincing.
But I kind of wanted to play something more interesting.
Okay, d5 was interesting enough.
Yeah.
We had no reason to complain.
So
now,
yeah. So here I really wanted to go knight g5.
Knight g5.
And then I think g6.
Let me just show this.
Yeah.
Threatening mate. Black goes g6. Yes.
And here I was considering all sorts of things like h4, and then d5, h5.
It seems if you are number one player in the world, you do not have to develop your pieces.
No, but I mean, I think here it's quite dangerous, but at the same time I couldn't see anything clear. And besides, I think also instead of d5, queen e7 is not so bad.
Okay, this was interesting, but probably too risky.
Yeah.
So you went for bishop g5, which is more solid.
Yeah, then more or less forces f6.
Yes, f6.
Yes, takes. Well, I could also play bishop d3, sort of here, and then put the king on f1 if he takes.
Okay,
I thought
this is the most
why not?
entertaining way.
Why not?
Of course, taking the knight is reasonable because otherwise you go knight e4. And now
bishop g4 is logical. So rook e1. Okay, I considered other things like even playing h3 to provoke him into taking my knight, but I thought it was a little too much.
So, no, if you considered this, you probably thought the same way we did here. I was quite surprised when Black took voluntarily on f3.
Yeah.
Did you expect this? Or?
Not really, but I mean, yesterday against me, Hikaru took voluntarily on f3 without, without h3. So I'm sort of expecting it now.
This always happens.
No, but I thought he would play knight d7 here actually.
Yes, this looks like the normal move.
And then bishop d3.
Yes.
H6. Bishop f4, and here he might take on f3 and we would transpose to the game, or he might do something else, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, it looks very interesting. Maybe c4 here.
Yes, maybe this is the way for Black to play.
And then I think I have to take on c4.
Okay.
Okay, but this is immensely complicated.
Of course, this is complicated.
Obviously.
But still, bishop takes f3 was risky, no?
Was definitely risky. So here, bishop d3.
Yeah.
I think this is logical enough.
Yeah, looks normal, yes.
And here I just couldn't believe my eyes that this sort of bishop takes h6 was not winning immediately. So
is there a clear reason why?
No, I thought takes.
Show me.
Okay, takes. Check. King h8. Probably queen d2. Also after rook d6, I couldn't find anything clear. Queen d2, rook f7, queen h6, knight h7. Okay, here there isn't anything direct, at least as far as I can see. So I was considering something like rook e6 just to keep the pressure.
Here, rook e6.
And here, if he goes knight e5, that's a nice little trick. Then I'll take on h7 and rook h7, rook e8. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Now I have to do this. Now I do it in red. You made on g7. Yeah? Yes. Okay. That's a wonderful line, but unfortunately,
but
it's not forced.
yeah, it's not forced. So instead of knight e5, he can go queen f8.
Yeah, he can play a more solid move. Yes,
queen f8,
for example, looks
and then queen h5, maybe c4, knight c5. I mean, as long as there's no forced win for white.
Yeah, there's no point going for
it.
So you went for bishop f4. Yes.
Bishop f4. Okay, c4 is logical.
Yes, logical enough. There's no reason to accept this pawn sack. And now rook g1. Okay, this is
rook
pretty
g1.
obvious.
Okay, king h8.
And still,
well,
no
still,
sacrifice.
yeah, still. I wanted to try. I mean, to take still, but then. Okay, let me just show.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay, bishop h. Yeah, bishop h6. Where's the mouse? Here. And now I think if he goes knight g8, then I can take, and just queen h6. And this will be mate. This. But he can, and if he does this, then his knight has left the f6 square, so I have this.
So I have this rook e8 trick again.
Yes.
This is similar to the line we had before. The knight on c5 is too far
But
away.
he can go queen c7. And then queen h6, knight h7. Once again, I couldn't find any win.
Okay, that's the drawback of having the knight on c5. From White's point of view, is that now the 7th rank is open for defense. Okay,
so
line. I like this point with rook e8 check.
Okay, so rook g6. Now, after I made this move, I kind of froze because I had missed knight e4. And now I don't really know what to do. I was considering maybe to take with the rook. Knight d3, rook f5, rook c4. Then perhaps, I don't know, knight f4. This shouldn't be too bad for black somehow.
You have
okay, I won a pawn, but I've lost all of my initiative. And also it was possible to take like this. Check. And I assume he cannot take the rook somehow. I don't know, queen d2 and some sacrifices. So take on f4, rook g4, knight h5, or maybe g5. I don't know. That shouldn't be. But here,
this looks promising.
Yeah, it still looks promising, but I have to find a way to break through, and meanwhile he can start pushing b5, b4, and...
Okay, let's come to the end of the game.
Yeah, okay, so...
Because
anyway, here I think this might be a mistake. Maybe he could go...
It looks wonderful, bishop e3.
Yeah, it looks very logical,
because c4 has also the drawback
that
d4 is weak.
Yeah, I mean, here anyway I was getting short of time, so I tried to just play normally, but I thought this was possible. And now, perhaps rook f6. And if I do this, then he can take. No, he should go knight d3 first.
Yes. Click in knight d3 check.
And now, so it takes king h7, and I don't know where my attack is going.
No, this is not so clear. This is true.
Yeah, so I'd have to find something else, but okay, whatever. Well, it was clear that here we were both missing some things.
Yes, of course. It is.
But this is what happens with time travel. Knight f6 is forced. So here I think he just kind of missed that if he takes with the rook, then queen h6, and bishop h7.
Yeah,
This
showed
is
this
the-
line here.
yeah.
This is the point of your
This is the
second
point.
pass. That's why you had to take on g7 with the queen.
Yes.
And
And
I would be
like,
still curious to know, after he took on g7 with the
yeah.
queen.
So anyway, here we should probably have gone knight d3,
Mhm.
and takes, and then I'll play queen f4 and try to get the same thing. But okay, it's difficult for black now anyway. So okay, after what happened? I mean, it's still not.
No, queen f4 is of course the most natural move, but unfortunately he can play knight d3 and you have to
Yeah, but
kill one of your bishops.
But what else
Yes,
should I
there
play?
was no alternative.
No.
Did you think this is a technically one position? Or?
I had no idea. I had
You were sure that you were better.
Yeah, I had 1 minute on the clock, and I thought that anyway, white's position is easier to play, so that was.
Yes, of course, with such a bishop in d4. And show us the rest of the game.
Yeah,
We
so
have not seen this yet.
So here there were a couple of nice tricks. For example, rook e6 looks natural, but then I have this check and this, or queen rook a2, then takes queen g4, yeah, or king wherever, and then queen e6.
Yeah, and again the bishop is killer.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Okay, so after what happened, king g6, king d3, h4. Here we needed to go rook h7 to stay alive, actually.
what does he say? What can't you play h5?
h5 and then
King f7. Huh? Okay.
g7. But anyway, I mean,
Yeah, he will
I should
probably
eventually,
be in Zugzwang soon. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
and I might push this pawn to a5 also, creating weaknesses. But anyway, this was not so easy to see. And after what he did, now it's just over. I don't even need to take the exchange, or if I did, I would probably be in danger of not being
But
winning
yes,
anymore. But f4, and then after rook f5, then
Okay. The rest is really easy. Thanks a lot for showing us your very interesting game. Whom do you play tomorrow?
I think Milosevic.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you have an idea. The first two sitting here next to me, they said, "Oh, we do not know yet."
But he actually won today, as far as I can see. This looks.
Bacro won against Milosevic.
Yeah, this looks. Yeah, I mean, Bakro. This looks very mate-like.
Okay. Thanks a lot for being here. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.